Look, I think so for me, I'm so enthused, so happy to be surrounded by these mega human beings that have accomplished a lot. But I think actually before I enter into the question directly, let me just really acknowledge the founders, Mr. J, together with your wife, for really putting this together. I do know that half the time when you bring things like this for free, people tend to take it for granted. But however, if you are recording, can you make this record to be one of those that you're going to revisit? If you are making notes, can you make one of those to be one of those that you're going to revisit and apply? One guy said, if you don't apply it, it will stay there. But anyway, I was born to irritate you. That's what I'm born to. I've irritated a whole lot of people. Other people actually, you see, this is the type of irritation that I'm talking about. I want you, when I'm speaking, and then you ask yourself the question, who does he think he is? That's the first level of irritation, because there's no movement, and there will never be a movement until you get so angry. A lot of changes that happen in life happen because people were angry. You get to your room, you get like, who does he think he is? And then later on, when you woke up in the morning, you're like, I think he's right, wait. And I need to really get myself together. So I think my why in life is to irritate you and to tell yourself, get yourself together.
Yes.
Get yourself together. Nobody cares about you for your information. Life does not really care about nobody. Life is life, and life will show you flames. You know, 3 years ago, I think 4 years ago, no, 3 years ago, I was just kind of leaving. Yes, me receiving a call that my dad is gone, 2 o'clock a.m. And me, my dad, like I'm sort of his resemblance. Then I get home. I drove 300 to get to Guyana. That's how fast I was flying. So 3 hours later, my mom died. Yeah. So when you got then actually I said, life does not care. And life is hard. So I needed to get myself together, you know. But I'm here to say, I'm not here to nurse your feelings, unfortunately. I was not born to nurse anybody's feelings. Because if I do nurse your feelings, you will never grow. People actually, I think those who are learned around the room, they will know how the mother eagle trained the eaglet to fly. The nest is broken, the eaglet is scooped into the atmosphere up there, and when something happens, the mother eaglet will just dive out and let the eaglet just to fend for itself. But when it realizes that it's gonna crash, then that's where it comes in school. Life is like that. You know, we tried happily married for 20 years with my girl. We tried to have properties. When the other people says we need to evade all the land and take it for free, Tina we buy. We need to do it the legal way. We buy properties, we don't sell properties. You know, we run B&Bs, we don't sell B&Bs. We run hotel, we are in the process of finalizing a deal to buy a hotel in Centurion where we live, because that's a dream. My dream is in properties. We do life coaching, which is why I'm saying, get yourself together. When you are coached by me, I'm not gonna nurse your feelings, because all I need to really ask you is, what do you see in your head? If you can't see anything, I can't help you. But if you can see something, then me and you got something to work on. Because there are a whole lot of people today who are poor, whole lot of people today who are useless because it's will nurse their feelings. And let me tell you something. If you are there and you want everything to be given to you in a platter, let me tell you something. Those support system around you, one day they will go away. Whether through death, through divorce, or through whatever eventuality. And guess what happened? Then you're going to be a hobo. It's because you allow life to nurse you so bad. It was about you. You know, it's like I do run the boot camp. You know, there was a time when last year June, we had Bella Bella, and this young man looked at me. I think he was, you know, one of those spoiled kids. And I said, I don't do no spoiled here. My son is 18. He's getting the same tough love that I'm giving to everybody. You know, and my daughter is 14. I'm also giving her the tough love because I want her to really, you know, girl up. So when they meet that man who's weak, they go like, no, I'm looking for something like my dad. Come on now. No. I'm not gonna deal with a punk. You know, I'm not gonna deal with a punk who's gonna be going out there to say, my dad this, my mom this, I need to bounce whatever ideas. Anyway, so this boy, because I think, especially it's worse when it's done by boys or people coming from single household. People are raised by the single moms. Abantwana bakhona bayatefa. And mina ngibancengi vele nje. Angibancengi, I don't. And I also deal with leaders as well. Angincengi vele nje because in the end, if you don't leave systems, if you don't leave succession planning, the same beautiful thing that you established is gonna die with you. Because guess what you did? You kept nagging the other people, begging them to do things that they're supposed to be hungry enough for them to do. But guess what you did? You kept nagging them. And just imagine, Pastor Jay, you have flooded the social media every week. And guess how many people actually are coming? And guess how many critics do you have around the room? Who's gonna say, yeah, but it was not full, yes. Yeah, no, I think one of the mama fins, yes. And you're not even grateful. Which like at least Belgium, you had water. Do you know how much it was the cost of that, the price of the water? Now the mama fins. And the echo now they've been running since morning, eh? It's money. So if we know how to build a business that's gonna really live beyond you, that's not business.
Yo.
That's not business. Churches that die today because of lack of succession planning. And I irritate a lot of people like that because I'm saying, let me tell you something. If this thing can only survive because you are there, I blow it.
It's not a system.
That's not the system. Because tomorrow you never know. I don't know when I'm gonna die. I mean, I've created all of this, you know, for me and my wife and kids. Or he's telling me that my time. But I mean, I've created all of this, you know, just to say, you know, it got to really leave without me. But before, let me just 1 second. I said, because I need to read what I wrote, right? I know you're gonna ask me the question. I'm saying this economic emancipation, it needs to be respected because the biggest challenge we have as black people is we hear this, but we don't apply.
Yes.
And how many times have you been to all of these beautiful seminars? You come back the same. It's like these couples that go to this couple retreat and they were teaching you about, you know, touch her this, hold her here, forgive her this and heaven, look at her and stuff like that. Guess what happened? You get home and you become your mean, ugly self. And you're saying, it's not working. My retreat is working. You are not working. Thank you.
Wow. I'm loving the fact that these are not nobodies. These are people who are making things happen. And I'm thinking that to make this worthwhile, I need to come into the floor and have questions that you might have for them, and so that we can make sure that everyone is involved. Any questions for them, for the panelists?